pulled into the parking spot, drove up this morning, left the house at 3 o'clock. Everyone is a little groggy, a little slow. Got a nice morning clear and low 50s. Should be a good day, good few days here. Cameron's coming up this afternoon and Bob tonight, so gonna have a nice crew here. Should be whacking and stacking in no time.
Whacking and stacking. All set in the tree. I'm hunting the peninsula that has been good to me the past few years. Trying a little different approach. I'm right on the tip. Even closer to the road than I normally am.
That's the only big game we've seen so far. Alright, we've recouped. Did a big scouting mission after the botched morning hunt. Woo-hoo! Found some good sign. Deer are still fairly spread out, but definitely some areas have good acorns and others do not. Have yet to find good white oak acorns.
Yeah, well, comes out at 30 tonight. Didn't go 20.
Keep in mind the wind. Play the wind.
You're going for the bottom. You drilled him. Seem to be shooting low.
Were you aiming for the bottom circle, Dad? Look out, dear!
Like a good liver shot. Flip the diaphragm. Bleed him out real quick.
Reinforcements have arrived. Headed out for the afternoon sit. We're all dialed in.
Maybe I'll see my first deer from the stand of 2020 tonight.
Mike has gone 3 sits now with no deer. I've gone 4 sits with no deer for 3 of the 4.
Tell me, is that a yearling or not? Alright, time will tell whether or not I regret not shooting that deer. I still don't know whether or not it was a yearling. Now that it's left, I kind of am leaning towards it wasn't a yearling. Definitely wasn't a big mature doe, but I think it may have been last year's collared deer that I saw right here. I literally saw it about 25 yards from where I'm at right now. Hopefully there's more deer in here though, and I'll get another opportunity. It's not even 5 o'clock yet. deer down. That was fun. Man, oh man. That collared yearling, or doe, I kind of think it was a 2-year-old doe now. It was in the lead, and I could tell there was a couple other deer with it. She took off straight over the hill towards the road. I did hear a little crash over there. Shot felt good, looked good. Yeah, baby. Thanks, Cameron, for the camera. Just got down. It's been 30 minutes since I shot. Here's the arrow. It was a pass-through, and it's not much on it. It's actually almost just like the shot last year here. Guts. And I haven't really looked for blood yet, but I don't see any initially here. I got about 20 yards before we crested the hill where she ran over, so I can at least look really closely in the daylight here this first 20 yards without risking jumping her up if she's still alive, and just trying to dissect the blood trail if there is one. My instinct was, when I saw the arrow hit her, that it was a double lung hit, and I thought she was actually quartering away a little bit. So we'll see what happens here. I think it was definitely a lethal hit. Hopefully she's laying right over here. Always stressful though. Alright, I've just been really slow, taking my time. Have not found the first drop of blood or guts, hair, nothing. Just the arrow. From where the top of the hill is, where she went over, the road is like 80 yards on the other side where she was running towards. So I think she's between here and the road. Alright, I've walked around the peninsula on the road here, and I'm now past my pen where she was last headed when she went over the ridge on top, headed this way. I'm still hoping. I'm gonna walk up here and she's just gonna be laying there, but using the advantage of this road, I can walk and be silent and just listen. Haven't heard anything, dead quiet. I'm gonna go back to my pen and start easing up the ridge. The drama is over. Whoa, got her. That was intense for a little bit. She was right here, straight over where I thought she'd be. We're probably 50 yards from where I stopped on top of the ridge up there. She died right away. This is where I heard her crash. Look at that entry. And I can't believe there wasn't a blood trail. Alright, it's a little nasty. Flies are swarming. There's the exit. Must have been right on the diaphragm. It's pretty crazy to believe that that shot just with an exit right there. No blood trail. They still run 75 yards and die, but usually with these 2-inch cut broadheads, it's just a red paint trail that I walk. Hopefully the other boys will score. And the other good thing, that would be the distance we have to drag her out.
Day 2, the day of redemption.
Kept thinking about what she said last night. For the heart, steak butt.
This morning, everyone else is headed down the fields to the back where we've killed before, and I'm headed across the river from them. Beautiful morning, cold, crisp.
Sunshine coming.
Sunshine coming. An added benefit to the deer cart is it can also be a tree stand cart.
You gotta load it down here.
3 stands.
That's no wood though. What is that? It must be Dad's.
Alright, I've just made it to my spot. Tree stands on the tree, getting ready to climb up. It's already broke daylight. Quite the feat getting in here. But before I climbed up, just wanted to document this sunrise here. Nice to confirm there's a deer way up here. I think she was a little confused as to how there could possibly be a human all the way up here. Didn't want to believe it. There's red oaks in here just dropping acorns everywhere. Definitely feels like the spot you want to be to catch a buck. That's what you call fresh sign there, son. Oh, and look who we have here. Smoking fresh bear and deer. Scat. The bear ended up coming 40 yards by me up the hill. Never really had a shot, too thick. And it was a small bear. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull out of here, drop a pin, and I can either come back tomorrow if I want and just have to suck it up and hike the stand back in, or wait until a couple weeks from now when we're buck hunting. Alright, coming off the mountain, I've jumped 2 different deer. Seen pretty good sign. Fresh turkey scratchings right here, and I actually found a bed at this nice little flat spot here. Just a little hump there, and the deer can lay here. Gradual slope up, pretty oaks. Look right down to the river below him. Not a bad setup. Camp life update here, post dinner.
Oh, it was a good dinner. My steak was a 10 out of 10. Oh yeah.
Had steaks. No shots tonight. Micah saw deer, bear. Got us all pretty hyped up for the morning. All of us blazing in there. Should be something on the ground before it's all said and done.
If we don't spook 10 going in, I'll be worried.
The rain gear came out this morning. Umbrellas.
Do you need anything out of that jacket, Cameron?
Got rain
You
today.
taking both of these
On and off.
with you? Me?
Raining
Yeah.
now.
No, one. I don't know if you want to use it as a backup.
Spirits have dropped just a touch since yesterday evening. Just got to play the rain. Whenever the rain stops, they're gonna get up.
There.
It's gonna be a frenzy.
Every man's gonna be dragging out a deer, and then there's gonna be one man that's carrying all the bows.
Last morning sit. Got rain today on and off. Just hunting these flat ridges, big oaks. Youth bear season is today, so probably we'll have some guys bear hunting around. But all of us are within about 600 or 700 yards of each other, so we got her locked down. Going in for the last sit. It's raining, but we got some hot sign. We're thinking we're probably going to be dragging at least 2 or 3 out tonight. Going in before it cuts off. It's supposed to cut off in about 45 minutes, so they say. All set. 3 o'clock. First time getting in without spooking deer. Sitting out here next to the old metal ladder stand. This morning I was about 60 yards right over there. Dad is about 200 yards that direction. Micah and Cameron on the next ridge over a few hundred yards. Bob's down in the bottom. Hopefully this rain will taper off here any minute. It's been a long wait for the rain to cut off. It's 5 o'clock now. It's just starting to taper off. Hopefully it'll stay that way. So far no one seen anything as of 4:30. I just had deer run by me. First sighting of the day. Pretty exciting. Okay, I think we got a deer down now. It's 5:15, same exact time I shot the one 2 days ago. She came kind of from Dad's direction, and she was a little leery. I don't know if she actually came from Dad or just was downwind of Dad, because his wind is kind of coming to me right now. And she was just kind of tipping through, came right at me. I first saw her out here. She walked straight like this, drew back, and she stopped and she was quartering towards me, but she was right on top of me. I scent it. And I think that is blood and guts. Looks like another nasty shot. Unfortunately, she went straight over the hill, and then I saw her running along the side hill, and I lost sight of her over here, maybe 75 yards, and it looked like she was going down the hill, kind of right towards where the big precipice is over there, where in turkey season we took pictures, Cameron, Dad, Micah, and myself. So, might be interesting drag, but pretty sure she's down right over there. Just got off the radio. 5:30 check-in. I shot my deer at 5:15. Dad has seen multiple deer, was drawn back, didn't quite get a shot. Bob had 2 does come by. Big doe was out of range. Micah had 4 or 5 deer come by. He shot one, hit it, and we think, he said there were 4 deer in the group. He shot one, and then a little bit later Dad saw 3 big does. So we're hoping the one he shot is down in between Micah and Dad. Okay, it's getting dark. Got the arrow here. It's got a lot of blood on it. Smells a little bit like guts, and there's stomach contents blown out at the shot. So I think we got a little bit of everything. I'm gonna see if I can track up this deer before it gets too dark.
Alright, we've been following this blood trail through this canyon here. It's been tough. A little washout, went a little further than we thought. But we have recovery.
She went 200 yards.
That's the longest one I've
And probably came down 1,500 feet.
We had a gut plug. She ran and died.
She ran and died. She's stiffing up already. Bear been scarring her all up.
We saw a bear run off.
When we got here,
A young one. Tried to
Claws.
see that claw
Wasn't
mark
too
there?
young of a bear.
Got some claw marks on the hide right there.
Close
Did you get
to
it, Troy?
150,
Yep.
Yep. And started working on the best part.
I always go for the butt. If we'd waited any longer, this thing would have been chewed up. So that's one. We got one more to look for, and it's starting to spit again. And we're down in a grand precipice.
Don't burn out on this incline.
We're in a bit of a difficult predicament. We have really rough terrain. We're trying to scale a rocky cliff. It's a balancing act on these rocks. It's wet. Good news. We found a roadbed next to the gully. So, our pace just picked up. Thank you, Lord. Whoa, see there? Old man almost went down.
made it to the truck. Woo. We're all sweaty, tired, worn out, hungry.
I'm an arrow short again. I've just got 2 arrows left.
2 arrows. Couldn't find Micah's deer. But we did solve the mystery that it went by Dad and looked okay.
Alright, here we are. Raining still.
It's a little messy here. We got wet deer, gut shot, bear teeth marks. Rainy. But hey, build a tag, boys.
Build a tag. I should be joining them skinning. We got the gang here, packing up everything in the rain.
Good God.
Alright. A sea of yellow hickories, poplars. We're headed down the mountain, starting to go east. We'll be back in a few weeks after the big boys. Until then, signing out.